Hello, rockers and Mercuryans. Rock Mercury here. Welcome to the Rock Mercury podcast. I'm here walking in nature out in Houston. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day right now. Wanted to chat with you guys. I'm not really sure exactly what I want to say, but I just mainly want to kind of meditate, have a meditation walk. I think I like doing that the most when I'm walking. I like to just go outside, clear the mind out, absorb the sun rays, speak about what's on the mind to help clear it out. Sometimes some people think like silence is the best way to meditate, but that's not always the case. Silence isn't always the best way to meditate. Sometimes you want to talk things through internally or with someone else. In this case, it's on live. I think there's nothing wrong with that. For me, that works even better than therapy to me. And I do want to talk about therapists, actually. User says, yeah, me, hold you tight. What in the world? I don't know what that even means. Alright, so, yeah, random people in here saying crazy stuff, but that's fine. But I do want to speak about this company called BetterHelp Therapy, and it's not going to be what you think I'm going to say. I know a lot of influencers come on here and they're like, oh, go to BetterHelp and use my code and get percentage off and with all that stuff. I'm actually going to speak a word of caution about this kind of company and how they have been exposed for unfair practices, unfair pricing packages and or offerings, and just like kind of sketchy things through the world of therapy. And I feel like although for some people therapy is something that's very helpful because they want to be heard, after you've been heard enough, you start realizing how stagnant therapy can be for certain types of mindsets. Certain people who, are doers. It can be very frustrating to sit there on a couch or on live and talk about your situation and not really have a real resolution, because these therapists don't have resolutions. They have an ear, which, it's nothing wrong with needing an ear sometimes, but they're being paid to be the ear. And I also have an issue with BetterHelp because it is all online and I feel like it is recorded in a way, and I wonder what they're doing with that information. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lawsuit in the future talking about how they use your private BetterHelp conversations or any of these online therapists or whatever against you in some way, or sold it and made some profit off of it. I don't know for sure, but I think it's very important to stay cautious of different companies like that. Like I don't know. I don't trust it. I've never trusted therapy ever. Like I've always sat in the therapist's office and stayed completely silent because I just don't feel like paying somebody to hear you is a safe space, even before social media. Because my family, my mom tried to send me to therapist early on, like a lot of parents do, because they're like, oh, I can't get through to my kid. Like, let me see if a therapist is going to help, and always having trauma from his dad not being around or something like that, and all that kind of stuff. But the therapists don't solve that. They actually make it even worse sometimes. And this is not to take away from people who are like really good therapists who actually like support the person through the tough times, or people who really have felt a big change or a big shift because of therapy, because it's the first time they've been heard, or there's some stories out there of people who actually have been helped by it. But there's also some people who have a similar personality type to me, or just different types of personality types that actually get inflamed by the process of therapy, the sterile process of it, I don't know, it's not always the same effectiveness. Let me show you guys this beautiful lake as I'm sitting here. It's so gorgeous today. Oh, I'm so happy. And I'll read these comments as I'm showing you the lake. Hold up. Flip the camera. Gorgeousness. So beautiful. Let's go through. So, user says, I want to be your boyfriend. I don't know about that. User says, so soothing. Thank you. Al, the Godfather says, yeah, I was in therapy. Had to stop. It got annoying. Yeah, I mean, that's the experience I had as well. It just wasn't. It did not feel like a safe space, and it's marketed as a safe space, but it doesn't. They legally have to report certain things too, and I always knew that. As you were talking to them, you're like you know that they can't not report certain things that can be a harm, or like it's just, I don't know, it's just not like it's not the safest space in my opinion. All right, so I'm gonna flip the camera back over. Matt Dex says, yo, it's me, I'm back. Hello, Matt Dex. At the Godfather says, I feel like you should have a talk show. I have a podcast. I love doing this. I don't want to make this too big of a situation to where I have to get approval from anyone to say what I want to say. Yeah, I get sometimes suspended on here for speaking my mind, but I still like that. I just go off the cuff of what I feel in the moment. So I really appreciate you saying that, though. Angel says, I agree. Thank you, Angel. Yo at Zero says, beautiful day. Yeah, it's a gorgeous day today, you guys. It's so pretty out here. I'm just living for the beauty of it all. The sun is just, it feels so great. Chair Jabba says, you look like you just got back from walking across the Sahara Desert. You look like you just got blocked. Goodbye. And mute it. Alright, perfect. Reza says, flower. Thank you for the flower, Reza. Appreciate it. Al, the Godfather says, I think you'd be a great host, like talking about real things, and have guests like Childish Gambino. I've actually worked with Childish Gambino before in Los Angeles on his show called Community. The comedy show. He was so good on there. Donald Glover. So good. Love that. Love that show. It's gone now. It's canceled, but it was such a funny show, and I'm glad I got to work on it while it was still around. But yeah, you guys. So I just really. Let me show you this on this side. What does this one button do? Okay, let's try that. There we go. But thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. I've always thought like maybe I'd do like a show like Wendy Williams. Talk about the tea. Show like different foods and chefs and guests and things like that. But when you have those type of shows, there's so many checks and balances on network TV. I'm not gonna cancel it out completely, but I think that I'm a little bit too controversial for a lot of those types of shows. But maybe I can make my own version of it on YouTube, and I could just fund it myself. I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all. But yeah, so all that to say, I'm not trying to deter people from therapy. I'm just more thinking like that's not always the answer for everyone, and not to feel bad if it doesn't work for you the same way it works for others. Like, it's not your fault that you may have a different mental structure. Hold on, you guys. Let me just put this up a bit. It's not your fault that you may have a different way of seeing the world. Bella Vista, beautiful view, says Angel. Thank you. It's so gorgeous out here. Well, I don't know why I said thank you. I didn't create this view. But thank you for saying beautiful view. All the Godfather says, I totally understand. I was just saying like uncut, unfiltered. Yeah. I feel like the only way to do that is on your own servers and platforms. Because they're cutting people out for anything. Like, if I did like a lot of interviews, I want to ask the questions I want to ask. I really want to dive deep into situations, and I feel like the censorship of this era, the censorship of this time is so thick. Like they are really forcing people to stay quiet. And I hate staying quiet. I hate staying quiet. I just want to say what I really feel. I hate being censored. It feels really bad to be censored. But I feel like if I built my own platform on my website, which I already have an app coming for you guys, still working on that. It's already designed. I just have to like launch it at this point because I already have my team design it. But I want to offer more exclusive content on the website. Let's see. Anybody special you'd want to interview? I would like to interview Chris Brown. I would interview Chris Brown. And I would interview Candace Owens, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj. I'd interview Cupcake the Rapper, Frank Ocean. Who else would I want to? I would interview. I would interview Wendy Williams, especially now that she's out of rehab. I would interview her and see what's really going on. The Godfather says New Murda says 7 people is crazy. You got it. Yeah, what are you talking? I don't know what that means. The Godfather said Candace Owens. I feel like she'd be a mean guest. No, Candace Owens has never been mean. I don't know why people think Candace Owens is mean. I listen to her every day. Like, there's never a time where she's just been a mean person. She always just speaks from a space of education and just keeping it real. Like, are people just feeling like truth is mean? Do people consider truth? Because I've heard that. It's not just you saying that, but I've heard that before. But Candace Owens is a very, like, loving person. She loves the community, and she does her best to wake us up out of the lies we've been told. That's a very loving action. I feel like she wouldn't take any BS, and I appreciate that. That's the kind of interview I want to do. Like, she would probably be on the top of my list if I'm really real. Like, of all the people, I would want to interview her first. And I don't even know exactly what I would ask her. I think I would just ask her, what do we do next? Like, I believe what she's saying already. Like, I get what she's getting. I wouldn't combat her and be like, well, you said this and we felt hurt by this, da-da-da. I would just literally ask her, what is the plan going forward? Like, what do we do? What do we do going forward in this world? Like, there's so much chaos happening. Oh my God, you said I knew. Angel said I knew you'd say Chris Breezy. You know Chris Brown. I gotta get the Chris Brown interview. Angel says I don't find her to be mean. Candid, yes, she's very candid. Yeah, I respect that. I respect Candace Owens heavily. At The Godfather says I'd want to interview Spike Lee. Spike Lee produced my ex-husband's a reality show that he was on, that he was like the star of. He produced it, but they had to can it because my ex-husband had a lot of skeletons in the closet, and he tried to hide them, even though they filmed it already. They filmed like the full season. He had some skeletons in the closet, and so I'm glad that it happened the way it did. But Spike Lee produced the whole thing. He directed it. Ryan Lady Gaga and stuff that they work with. It's all this drama. But yeah, Spike Lee is a good person to interview, but I don't know if I would do that. I don't know if I care enough. But no offense to him, I'm interested in, and maybe I would. I do like Spike Lee. I don't know what I would ask him. But Kanye West, I would definitely interview him. Most definitely. I would kind of be interested in interviewing Solange Knowles. I feel like she'd be an actual mean guest. Like she's pretty harsh, but I can handle it. But I wonder what I would ask her. Angel says, "Rock, can you shield the mic from the wind? We can't hear you." I'll bring it in closer. He said it's okay now. Okay, yeah, the wind was blowing a lot earlier. Thank you for saying that. It's so beautiful today, you guys. Oh, I live for this. I live. Oh, that wind is intense. I can feel it. Dude, we'll start walking back already. I just wanted to come out here and look at the water for a moment. Enjoy the beautiful breeze. Walk on back. That's what I love about over here. So, thank you for the 2,000 likes, you guys. Thank you so much for everyone who's been liking. Greatly appreciate it. Alright, we're gonna start walking back. I love it. I just love getting a little bit of sunlight. I want to go and record some of my song. The baby's awake now. I'm hoping that his like Looney Tunes and stuff, not Looney Tunes, but his like cartoons and stuff aren't too loud, so I can record a little bit of the new song I have coming out. It's been nice to kind of like take it easy and record, like, you know, set up my song little by little, so that it's not super stressful. I don't feel like I'm rushing. Like my other songs, I feel like for some reason I rushed to make them. I feel like I rushed to produce, and so I finally feel like this one, I'm just enjoying the process and releasing it on my time. But I do want it to come out. I'm ready for this song to come out because it's been a long time since I put a song out. And so this is just a prelude to the new album. It won't be on the new album. It's going to be a separate single outside the album that I'm going to release. The full song, the acapella, and the instrumental. So it's going to be a full out like a three song single. The Godfather says, "You probably rushed since the modern market is flooded." Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to feel like I'm competing this next time, because I really can't promote it too much the way that I would promote it with like my partners and the different blogs and things that I work with, because Kim Kardashian's voice is on this song, on the intro, and I don't want to draw too much attention to the song until it naturally gets a lot of plays. It's like I just want to solidify it and make sure that it's on all the platforms before it gets flagged for having that vocal on there, because I'm using the voice memo that she sent to, or the voicemail that she sent to Ray J when he was dating Whitney Houston. And she says some very unkind things to Whitney Houston, but it's really it's a shady voicemail, but it fits perfectly with the song. So I just want to protect my ability to put the song out first, and then I'll just like have that out. I'll promote it myself, but then I'll promote my album with like with my distribution. I distribute through Ditto Music, which is a UK company, United Kingdoms. And they've been great to me for years. Like, they've allowed me to put out so many songs, and I really greatly appreciate their support. So I'm going to promote through them. This will be the second project I promoted to them, because they have a promotion service. So besides the people who I work with on my own, like I'll promote to them too. But I just want, like, I like this because they have a press release they make for you, and they do like graphics for your album release. Like it's going to be very interesting. But at least when this next song is out, I can stay pushing that while I'm still finishing up the album. That's who Kim really is, I believe, says the Godfather. Yeah, you know what? I think so too. I mean, I've worked with Kim, so I know that too. I know that's how she really is. When she gets comfortable behind the scenes, she has changed a lot because she's a mother, and I will have to give her the benefit of the doubt that this was before she was a mom, and when she was bitter about her ex, Ray J, being with somebody new. And a lot of us have situations where, we have a bad breakup, we're mad about it, and we do some regrettable things once we feel disrespected by our exes. I definitely have done that. So it's not that I'm really judging her a lot on this song. I just thought the voicemail made sense for the song that I wrote. But it's not that I'm really judging her. Like, I feel like we all have those moments. If you open your heart up to being in a loving relationship that goes wrong, then you just feel some kind of way. And even the way I wrote this song, it's from a heartbroken space. Well, not really anymore. It's from the space of, like, after you get through the heartbreak, you're just like, wait a minute, like, how in the world did I let this happen to me? How in the world did I not get revenge on this person, like, for doing me so dirty? And it's like that Over You song. There's no like, oh, I miss you and I wish things would get back together. Like, no, it's like, this is more that Left Eye, that Lisa Left Eye, burn the crib down kind of song, It's more of that type of song. So this is an angry song of like looking at the person who did you dirty and knowing that you leaving them is the hell that they live in. Like, you leaving them created a hell for them. And that's why the song is called Hell. And you're over it, you're living your best life. Like, one of the lyrics is, now that I'm over you, there's something under my skin. You said we always be family, but you could never be kin. That's a double entendre. But, like, there's different, it's just more of that, like, that releasing, that release. And I feel like when she was speaking in that message, she was mad, but I don't think she wanted him back. I think she was just mad. I think she was like, how dare you? Like, now you're with Whitney Houston, are you serious? She could be your grandmother. I think she felt that. And she's like, you leave from me to that, and like, you just leave me out here hanging. And she was just felt like she was upset. She was upset, and I don't know. The message is disgusting. I can't believe she said that. I love Whitney Houston, so what she said was completely disrespectful, and I know she had no idea that would ever come out to the public, but it did. And now I'm putting it in a song. And she sues me for it, then I'm gonna put it out even more and say, like, oh my God, can you believe Kim Kardashian is suing me over this voice memo that she put out there? Natural Woman says, LOL, for real. Al, the Godfather, says, I feel Kanye could have chosen a better person to marry and have kids with. No, I think that's the best he could get for the situation. Like, Kanye wanted chaos. Kanye wanted to unlock all of what America has been. Like, she is the new Marilyn Monroe. Like, she is the most famous person on earth. Maybe because of him. It's because of him. For a lot of it's because of him. But she represents so much that she had to, like, it had to be her. It had to be them together. And honestly, they have a lot of similarities. Even though he calls her out, he has a lot of similarities to her. So I understand why they got together. It's just great to be able to see the public pop art of the situation. You know, that's the part that I'm more like, I think it was meant to be for that reason. It's a public pop art moment of the chaos of Hollywood. So no, I don't think that the things are supposed to, that's supposed to happen. I really do believe that. I really do believe that. All right, Rockers and Mercuryans, I'm gonna go inside now and work on my song, work on other stuff. Let's see. But I do understand what you mean by saying Kanye should have chose better. Natural Woman says, "Wow, exactly. I never thought about that." What do you think about what he is saying publicly? I understand what he's saying. I understand the frustration he's feeling. I find it crazy that we're doing a public lynching basically for him because of his opinion as a black man. Even if people disagree with him, he should have his ability to still speak about what he's saying. He's not attacking anyone. He's not a threat to anyone. I don't think he could even hurt a fly, to be honest. He may have aggression in his music, but he's not. He's not that kind of person. Anybody who's worked with him and knows him personally knows that he's just not. He's not like a fighter. He's not gonna fight nobody. He's all talk and art, talk and art. So I personally agree with what he's saying. I think that he's right on point, and I find it very gaslighting for the Star of David community to attack him and silence him the way they are. I'm not gonna say their name because that's how I got suspended last time, but I just find that they're proving him exactly right by shutting him down the way they are and calling people and incentivizing people to cancel him. So I think that is just proving exactly what he said in that tweet that got him canceled. You know, Natural Woman said exactly, and I love the Star of David community. I have no issue with them. He doesn't either. And he makes that very clear in the interview that he loves them and he's actually jealous of how closely knit they are and how powerful they are. So I don't think that that's an attack to say somebody's powerful. And people took that word, the decon, I can't say the word of that either, decon 3 or whatever he said. They took that out of context completely. He did not mean any threat towards that at all. And I just find it very crazy that people are attacking him with that. The Godfather said, that's one of his issues with older fans. Yeah. Natural Woman says, yep. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Godfather. Thank you so much for the 100%. I will see you guys tonight. I'll probably be back on tonight. I'm going to try to post all these videos. I did a lot of videos today. I don't know how I'm going to catch up with all these videos. But thank you so much, Rockers and Mercuryans. I will see you all soon. Peace and love and light. Bye. Oh, wait. How do I get off? There you go. Peace. Yay. Thank you, Natural Woman.